Let me be clear. Your resume is a marketing document and it is not a legal document. And if you want to leave a job off of your resume, you can absolutely do it. I've been in recruitment for 15 years, and I'm going to give you 5 different situations in which you should definitely consider leaving a job off of your resume. Let's go. Now, first things first, the longer the stint is leaving it off your resume, the higher the likelihood is you're going to have to answer questions about it. If you leave a 6-month job off your resume, that's a gap, right? You might get questions about that gap, but you also might not. It's also easier to explain away. There's a lot of good reasons why you might not have worked for 6 months. Maybe you were taking a sabbatical. Maybe you were consulting. There's a litany of reasons why you might not have something on your resume for that time. However, if you leave a 2 or 3-year job off your resume, that is going to be much more challenging to explain away. 2 years is a long time to be out of the workforce, and most recruiters are going to want to dig into that and understand. However, if you have a job and it was on there for like 6 months, you can absolutely consider leaving it off, and here are some of the circumstances in which I would do that. Now, the first circumstance is beyond a shadow of a doubt that if they were to call the person who was your direct manager at this place of employment, they would jump at the chance to say negative things about you. They would not hold back, and them talking to the recruiter, HR person, hiring manager would in fact hurt your candidacy. That is a job you can absolutely leave off your resume. And you might want to do that because even if you don't put them as a reference, the recruiter might know someone who worked there and they might call and just go, hey, what did you think of this candidate? That happens. So if you know that they're going to say negative things about you, if contacted, you might want to leave that off your resume. Another example is the tenure was so short that it's probably going to bring up questions, right? If you worked for a place for 2 months, quite frankly, working at a company for 2 months looks worse than a 2-month gap in your resume. So if it was an incredibly short stint, you should probably just go ahead and leave that off. By the way, if you're finding value in this video, do me a favor and hit that like button. It's free, it tells YouTube I don't suck, and it motivates me to make more videos like this, and it really helps the channel. And if you're already willing to do that, hit that subscribe button and notification bell. That way you never miss one of my 3 free weekly videos, all designed to help you nail your next interview and maximize your career. The next situation is you left on bad terms. You were fired, you quit without giving your 2 weeks notice, you got in a fist fight in a parking lot with your boss, and that was that. Those are situations in which you might want to leave it off. You know, that's a situation where it's going to be really hard to explain how you ended up leaving, what happened in that situation. You certainly don't want them contacting them. You left on bad terms, you might want to consider leaving it off. Another reason you might want to leave a job off your resume is the company is notorious for something, right? So for example, let's just say back in the day you had worked at Enron, and Enron became embroiled in scandal. And anytime someone looks at your resume, they're not going to go, oh, cool, they worked at Enron. They're going to go, oh, they worked at Enron. That's a type of thing where you might want to consider leaving that off. If the company you worked at was notorious for all the wrong reasons, bad reputation, you don't think it'll help you, you might want to consider just leaving that off the resume. And the last reason you might want to leave it off your resume is it's just a gut feeling. You're looking at it and you're like, I don't know if having this here is going to help me. I don't feel good about it. I don't want to talk about it. And just from a gut perspective, I don't think I want to talk about this. Now, one of the things you can do to really help you nail an interview is you understand these secrets. Now, these are secrets that interview pros know, and the best candidates, they know these things. So it behooves you to understand them. So I'm done here, but I'll see you over there.